Good evening, Mel.
Hiya.
Mel, last weekend no match, but you had a good look at the squad in a training session and you've added to it. What can you tell us about the new signings, Jack Munns, Charlie Naylor?
Well, Charlie, I knew of from last year. He competed against us for Dover and had a really good season. He's a centre half, good player. When we watched him do our analytical work on him, we couldn't work out if he's left or right footed. He's good with both, so he's a player I like. I like the way he plays. So he's coming with us. He's signed and available. Whether we take it on long term, obviously I haven't had that conversation with him yet, but hopefully we can get something done. And Jack the same. Jack's come in. He's signed so he could play, so we could have a look at him and he could have a look at us. It's always important players spend time with me and spend time with the club to make sure it suits them as much as it suits us. So we're at that stage where I thought he came on and did really, really well. So again, we'll have another conversation and see if we progress any further.
And while we're on squad news, any news on Nathaniel's scan?
No, we get the results tomorrow. So fingers crossed, once we've got the results, I've already spoke to physio, we've got a plan in place. Once we know exactly what the injury is, we'll get that into place to try and get him back as soon as possible. But we don't know the extent of the injury yet, so fingers crossed we get good news tomorrow.
Well, the fans will cross their fingers. I'm sure they're itching to see Nathaniel back.
Yeah, as I am.
A different question for you this week, Mel. You're known to be meticulous and for your use of technology. We've got the Vero back online this week. You've got Y-Scout. The GoPros are ready to go at either end for home matches. And we're seeking to make the trackers more efficient. Can you explain for the fans briefly how you collate all that information and data into what you put into coaching and decision making?
Well, I mean, it's many sort of facets to it really. I mean, Y-Scout is very, very good for recruitment. It's also very, very good for analytical work on your opposition, so your opposition preparation. It's also very, very good at looking at the stats, so it gives you your XG and all the sort of things that people get excited about nowadays. So it's a really good format. VO is video footage, so again it allows us to look at our team, what we're doing in training, how we're working in training, is it then being transferred onto the pitch, which players are understanding what they're being asked to do, who isn't. So again, we look at that. The GPS we haven't yet got working. It involves players having to organise themselves to do it, the ones we've got, and unfortunately, from many, many years of experience with players, you can't really trust them to get that done. So we're going to have to look at that and get it better. But ultimately, it falls into categories. So when we come to opposition preparation, I'll watch their video via Y-Scout normally. I'll watch their video, I'll look at their set pieces, and then I'll also look at the stats that are available, and off the back of that we'll come up with a plan for the opposition. If it's recruitment, we will use the VO quite a lot with recruitment. Any player that we play against who we like, we mark down and keep a note of the game they played in so that we can go back and watch that. We'll go on to Y-Scout and we have a good look at their clips. We tend to form our own clips, watch games so we can form our own clips, because I think it's very easy to make a player look a world beater if you know an agent or someone sends you.
Depends whether his agent's done it or.
So we put it all together. I spend a lot of time doing it, and it really is vital we have it. We've been without VO, so we haven't been able to watch our players. I mean, I do a 30-minute coaching session basically on our game, so I look at it. What players have done right, wrong, what were they thinking at that point. So the video is so important to us, and we haven't had it for the last 3 games, so it makes it hard, because when you do it on a video it saves you probably an hour on a training pitch. But no, so we utilise everything we can, and it's important we maximise that. The GoPro is going to be great because it will show shape from both ends, so we'll be able to see teams attacking us, the shape, our defensive shape, and when we're attacking, our attacking shape. Set pieces that will give us a good idea from behind the goal. So yeah, we're maximising everything we've got as much as we can.
That's great to hear. Great to hear. I look forward to seeing the fruits.
Me too.
Tuesday night saw us in Velocity Trophy action and meeting Billericay Town. A late penalty up the score to 3-0, but they certainly took their chances well. But were there still positives to take out of the match for us?
Yeah, a lot of positives. I mean, I thought we started the game very, very well. I mean, they scored a very good first goal. I mean, all credits to a really, really good first goal. And then really, first half was even Stevens. I mean, we could have scored a couple. They could have scored a couple. There were some great performances from the lads. Young Jeremy came in and put in a really solid performance. And it's the one thing you can't do as a team is concede early in the second half when you're 1-0 down. The way you win games, get back into games from being a goal down, is don't concede a second first and foremost. And we did that and gave ourselves a mountain to climb. But again, we sort of got on top, we wrestled control back off them, and the reality is we hit the post, their keeper made a great save. We could have easily got one, and the feeling was on the bench, certainly if we got one, we'd end up getting two.
If you get one, they'll back off.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get another.
And then we panicked a little bit late in the game. We chased the game, we panicked a little bit, and we did something from the throw which we shouldn't have been doing, and cost us a penalty. So 3-0, I think, flattered them, to be brutally honest. And again, if you look at the stats, it would indicate it flattered them. But it's for our players to learn from. They've got some good players. They've got some very, very good players. And you know, you can't get away from the fact that the budget makes a big difference to the sort of quality of players you can bring in, and they were bringing players off the bench of real quality. So, not that I haven't got quality players, but I don't have the same depth in the squad as they've got.
There was certainly some movement on the pitch that I'd seen on the training ground earlier, and I was making a note.
Good. I mean, that's the thing. The players have got to take it on board and hopefully deliver it. And we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a slow progress to build, but we are getting there.
Finally, Mel, another 3G match at Carshalton on Saturday, and last season we did the double over them, despite both teams being in similar league positions to this season. It'd be nice to continue that run.
It'd be nice to win any game. Every single game. We've got Saturday, we've got no game next week, and then we've got Saturday, Tuesday. So we're looking at 5 games. We're looking to pick up wins. So yeah, of course it'd be nice. I mean, AstroTurf, it depends on the AstroTurf. You get good AstroTurfs, bad AstroTurfs, exactly the same as grass. But ultimately, I'm looking forward to the game. They're a good team. I've watched them. A great team. Pass the ball well, move the ball well. Got good forward play. So it's going to be a really, really tough game, but one I'm sure the lads will be up for.
We'll look forward to it, and we'll let you get on to the training session to plot their downfall, Mel.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.